Got the toilet all set to go. Any garbage left in the fire pit I'll take, that foil for instance. Well, let's just relax for a while. For breakfast I'm going to have a can of baked beans. I don't usually eat breakfast, but since I got a hike, 11K, I figure I should. I'm a coffee person in the morning, so I'll have one more cup after this. Each cup here is like 500 milliliters, so we're looking at a liter of coffee for breakfast. Boy, it was quiet last night. I mean, there were times when I couldn't hear anything. Just since sunrise, I've started to hear birds. But last night, besides the odd airplane flying over, there was no wind. It was just, I'm not used to the silence. You live in the city and there's always that background hum. I was a bit worried about was it going to get cold enough last night, but when I went to bed it was 27 degrees. And when I woke up at 4:30 it was 21 degrees. I think about 1:30. When I went to bed I was sleeping on top of the sleeping bag. At about 1:30 I just stuck my legs in the sleeping bag, and about half an hour later I got completely in the sleeping bag. I didn't zip it up, but it was just perfect. Just have a bit of a walk around. Let me just finish off this coffee. A wadi, a dry riverbed. During the rains it would flood, and it would probably, just judging by the looks of this one, it probably really floods. And this water would all head over to the Sadus Dam, where it would be collected. That's where I started, where I parked the car. Oh, look at this. I would really like to know exactly what these things are. They look like little watermelons. They look delicious, but they're not. They're really, 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 really acidic. I once tried just a little bit on my tongue one time. I couldn't get rid of the taste for like 3 or 4 hours. And of course the reason they're like that is so the wildlife don't eat them. Heavy equipment has been by here. You take a look at this here. This has been sort of caterpillared out, plowed out. Camels like this spot. People have been camping here too. There's a little fireplace. And if you take a look at the top of the hill way up there, there's a little rock house. Well, probably what's left of one. Yeah, all this rubble has been piled up. And if you look, there's tracks on over there from heavy equipment. Not quite sure why. Oh, there's another place I could camp right there. And of course way down there. I'm guessing that this wadi will meander all the way to Tuake, the Tuake escarpment. Interesting looking rock. My camp is just over there. A little bit hot. These coffee grounds are from my first cup this morning. Yeah, that MSR pocket rocket too. It lives up to its name being a pocket rocket. It sounds like a rocket engine. It's nice to have filtered coffee rather than instant coffee. Save this, take it with me. Yeah, I don't usually eat much for breakfast. I usually wait a couple hours till I get to work and have some fruit. But I'm going to be walking about 11K back to the car. It's 6:30. Coffee grounds I'll just throw on top of the fireplace. It's always nice waking up in the middle of nowhere. It's as quiet as the middle of nowhere. The only problem with this particular spot right here is there's a lot of ants. Last night, well not last night, when I set up the tent, it's got two doors on it, one on each side because it's a two-person tent. I rolled up one of the doors and left it open because I figured, there's no mosquitoes, there's no flies to get in. Well, quite a few ants got in. So when I went to bed, the first hour I was just ant. Once I got them all, it was fine. The pocket rockets already cooled down. It's in its little box. I put a mini Bic lighter in there. There we go. I've written the weight of a full container of gas. So I know when it's empty. When it's full, it's 365 grams. Good old Heinz beans. Product placement. So I'll be quite a bit lighter when I leave here. That steak was about 8 ounces. The potato was at least that. I started with 5.5 liters of water, and I'm going to be going back with probably 1.5 liters. So that's 4 liters, that's 4 kilograms, that's just over 8 pounds. Almost 9 pounds. So I expect to be 10-ish pounds lighter. Time to brush the teeth. And of course, can't forget the mouthwash. Time to mount up. Camera, extra batteries, my extra lens, a little bit of food. Okay, let's get the Garmin all set to go. Binoculars. Okay, just one final check at camp. I think I got everything. I feel a bit lighter, but we'll see how I feel in an hour. Okay, let's rock and roll. $7:09. I see a herd of camels off in the distance, white camels. So they're coming towards me. I should see them. You can see some camels, and there's two guys there. I wonder what the hell I'm doing out here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, about 14 camels. The white ones are the expensive ones. The camels were coming over to me, and one of the guys had to stop them. They must figure it's food or something like that. Oh, there's 3 people. There's a little boy too. Huh? دقيقة. Sorry. Well, I'm guessing that was a father and two of his sons. He wasn't really happy because even though I wasn't really that close to them, the camels left where they were feeding from and tried to come over to me. So he told me to stop and go away. Can't blame him. It's worse with goats, because you scare goats. They just keep on going. You may be able to see a herd of white goats in the background. At the abandoned shack I've seen two guys, and I think there's a mule there. It's all action this morning. We've seen a herd of camels, a white herd of camels and a white herd of goats. Well, there's a brown and white mule there. Maybe it's a donkey. I don't really want to go any closer because I may scare the goats, which are just down in the dip. That's a Sadus dam just there. All in all, I have probably 3/4 of a liter of water left. So that's cutting it a bit too close for comfort. If I ran into trouble, water would have been an issue. Well, that was a successful opening season overnighter despite the heat. But it's only going to get cooler. So again, thank you very much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed it. And until I see you next time, take care.